selection when one of the cult troll members who comes to court frequently and has previously tried to run me down with a car. It's the guy that took the license plates off his car, turned up at that event looking for me. Hey, WTT. Anyhow, so he was warned by the judge. The judge has a list of people that have said that they're going to tamper with the jury. I think that their goal ultimately is just to cause a mistrial, just so this will drag out further, thinking that the DA will then, refile and we'll go through all this again. But the DA has said that should the idiots be the cause of a mistrial, that she will not be refiling. So if they keep screwing around, I will not get to have my jury trial, which is what I want. So he was warned, do not speak to anybody, all the potential jurors and stuff that are there. And at one point he was talking to one of the ladies, and the judge didn't say anything to him. And then just a few minutes later, he was all wrapped up in conversation with her, and the judge was like, nope, ain't happening. So she ejected him from the courtroom. Now, the sheriffs are in charge of courtroom security, and the constables, excuse me, handle courthouse security. So if it's in the hallway, hold on a second, I'll answer that. If it's in the hallway, the constables handle it. If it's in the actual courtroom, the sheriff's deputies handle it. So the sheriff's deputies ejected him from the courtroom, and they called the constables, and the constables were supposed to come up and escort him off the property. He's not supposed to be allowed back in. So that's what happened. Yes, this guy is one of the Manson Merb cult members. He has been all along, and I know that idiot Merb is, I don't have anything to do with it, don't have anything to do with it. And yet, if he was here, he'd be doing the same thing. He'd be up there trying to tamper with the jury because, hey, that's the kind of guy he is. Justice means nothing to these people. Truth means nothing to these people. All that means anything to them is getting their way. And harassing people, putting their nose in where it doesn't belong. I've said all along that, this has nothing. Wait, I've never seen you in a tie before. I've said all along, this whole thing is a setup. And I can show that in court, and I'm going to. Not only am I going to show it in court, but those documents that prove it will be made public. So, I'm just intolerant of the stupidity that these people are injecting. Teresa spends 3.5 hours to drive over here. I look like an attorney. I know I hate it. I do not like ties. This is the worst thing about this whole experience is that I gotta wear a freaking tie. Teresa drives 3.5 hours to come over here and sit in court for 5 minutes. She was in town a couple of days ago. I got her on video with some guy in the car driving around my place. They just don't give up. They don't go away. They're idiots. That's all they are, idiots. Worried about something that doesn't concern them. I don't drive 3.5, 4 hours to go get in the middle of their family business, but they want to be in here because, hey, I want to see David go to prison for a crime he didn't commit, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to tamper with the jury in hopes of sending me to prison for a crime I didn't commit. What kind of people do that? What kind of sick, depraved people would put an innocent man in prison or participate in it? I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy. The cult leader, I wouldn't do it to him. I wouldn't do it to Teresa. I don't believe in it. And unlike, these other fake activists that preach, don't believe the police, don't believe the DAs, you don't trust them, check the evidence for yourself. Oh, but David's guilty. Nah. I stand on my convictions.